from the Wall Street Journal. Now, keep in mind, the Wall Street Journal has a readership of people that consume the Wall Street Journal across all political lines, okay? And the Wall Street Journal in this article is calling, or at least saying out loud, that maybe Caitlin Clark's civil rights.
I had to talk about a story that's very, very important. And albeit indirectly, it involves Caitlin Clark, the Department of Justice, and quite possibly the President of the United States.
The internet because I fought someone. So
just so sick.
Honestly, it is funny. It is funny because
for good reason.
Yeah. Well,
wasn't she?
Yeah. Let me just tell people the story real quick because I don't think I've gotten to really tell my point of view of things.
Yeah.
Is like, you have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin or Cece. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent. And like every rookie comes to the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year, and like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually, it's just too much. And like it's just, I'm over it. And if I'm
of what he's done for the game, but in that he's done as much for me or more than anybody else.
Oh, for all of us?
Because we're all in this together. Okay, we all make our living in golf, whether it's members of the media, whether it's players, whether it's caddies, anybody, we all want to build up this product, and nobody built up the game more than he did. When I came out on tour in summer of 1992, or when I won the Tucson Open, the purse was $1 million. The entire purse, first place $180,000. And I remember thinking mid-90s, I wonder if someday we'll play for $1 million first place check. I don't know, probably not in my lifetime, but I hope we do. And here we are every week, $1 million plus first place check. And that's due to Tiger. So now we have these purses that have gone way up. We have TV revenue and exposure. We have more medias covering it, which creates more value for corporate America. And all these opportunities drove up my revenue and every other player's revenue on the golf course and off the golf course. So I'm always appreciative of
players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin. We call her Cece. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent. And like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year, and like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually, it's just too much.
At the very least, there's a portion of this that says maybe WNBA leadership should at least have to go sit in front of some people and answer some very uncomfortable questions. Lord knows I would love to see that, because Cathy Engelbert and Adam Silver, it seems to be nothing to see here. Please move along. Now, I've seen a lot of fans just come out and say, hey, they're assaulting her, it's battery, yada, yada, yada.
You can have reach to, the WNBA and make comments. But really the key is, let's keep it about basketball. That's my thing. And when we do that, then we're able to really grow the game and what it represents. I still know, all of those players, the Dr. J's and all that stuff. I don't think they're not salty that MJ.
Journal in this article is calling, or at least saying out loud, that maybe Caitlin Clark's civil rights are actually being violated. Is her right to a peaceful workplace, a non-hostile work environment, are those rights being violated by the WNBA? Done for the WNBA what Michael Jordan did for the NBA, right? Instead of protecting its transformative star, the league's leadership ignores the relentless targeting of Miss Clark. This 5-game winning streak, it is great. But Caitlin Clark doesn't get to play under these circumstances, where these girls are just going out there and playing basketball. That doesn't get to happen for her.
The Wall Street Journal has released an opinion piece that's shaking the WNBA at its core, suggesting Caitlin Clark's treatment might not just be unfair, but could actually violate federal civil rights laws. If true, this could lead to federal investigations, congressional hearings, and lawsuits that would change the league entirely. Written by Sean McLean, the article argues the WNBA has allowed a hostile work environment for Clark. It claims league leadership has ignored repeated, targeted on-court actions against her that go beyond normal competition. This isn't framed as hard basketball. It's presented as a consistent pattern that could meet the legal definition of workplace harassment. Clark's impact on the league is undeniable. Since her arrival, viewership is up 366%, app engagement 613%, and merchandise sales 601%. She's transformed the WNBA's visibility almost overnight. Yet, the piece says she's been left exposed to dangerous plays and excessive contact. One stat stands out. Clark has absorbed 17% of all flagrant fouls in the league, double the rate of her peers. In legal terms, such a pattern can suggest disparate treatment. And with no major suspensions for those fouls, it creates the impression of selective enforcement. Players have noticed too. Veteran Sophie Cunningham publicly stated that the league's top star isn't being protected. Clark herself has said opponents are more physical with her and get away with things they wouldn't against others. A careful acknowledgement of a double standard. The injuries add weight to the concern. Clark has already missed 10 games plus the All-Star game. During her absence, All-Star ratings dropped 55%. For the league, that's direct financial damage. When a player is that crucial to business success, failing to protect her can look like negligence. The Wall Street Journal piece goes beyond sports commentary and into legal territory. It points out that a hostile work environment under federal law is defined by conduct that is severe, pervasive, and changes working conditions. The argument is that Clark's playing environment is more dangerous and stressful than her peers, with statistics to prove it. Importantly, civil rights law doesn't require proof of intent. If there's a pattern of different treatment and the league can't give a valid explanation, it could still be a violation. That means the statistical evidence and documented incidents might be enough for legal action. This isn't staying just in the sports world. A U.S. senator has already sent a letter to Commissioner Cathy Engelbert demanding answers. The article even suggests Congress could hold hearings, forcing Engelbert and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver to answer under oath why the league's biggest star is facing this level of targeting without adequate protection. It also raises the possibility of investigations by the Department of Labor over workplace safety or the Department of Justice over systemic discrimination. In the most extreme scenario, Congress could reconsider the WNBA's antitrust exemptions, special legal protections that allow it to operate as a unified league. Losing those would fundamentally change its business model. For now, the WNBA has stayed publicly silent. But by framing Clark's situation as a workplace safety and civil rights issue, the Journal has shifted the conversation far beyond basketball. If federal agencies or Congress take action, this could become one of the league's most high-profile legal battles ever. And whether the WNBA acts now or not, the story has already grown bigger than the game itself.